Hi, I'm Duran. We're here at Dusty Willow Dairy. Gonna take a tour today. Okay, now we're in the parlor here where they milk 700 cows 3 times a day. So they milk for 11 hours and then clean the parlor for an hour, and the next group comes in. It's a double 12 parlor, so there's 12 cows on each side. So Beto's 22, and his dad is a vet here, and his brother works here. Beto has family back in Mexico. So here the milker's on, you can see the milk going. The milk goes up to a bulk tank, and a truck comes every single day to haul the milk, and they haul like 6,000 gallons of milk a day. Here's another view of the cows getting milked from the top side. And when they're done, these gates will open hydraulically, and then they'll go out and back to their pen for the rest of the day until they're milked again. Okay, we're just walking into the vet room area, and this is where all the cows come in to calve. And this is a little awkward. Okay. Here's all the calves that were born. This one's pretty fresh. So they're pulled from their moms right away. And then they'll stay here for a few days, and then they'll bring them over to the calf barn. On average, there's about 1 or 2 calves born every single day. So year round. And looks like they're all pretty healthy, so it's good. Now we're going into the vet room. Several of the Hispanic employees are vets in Mexico, and this is where they work. We have a chute here if any cow needs to be worked on. There's Pam, she's a vet, and this is where all the supplies are held and washed, I guess. Okay, we're by the vet room here. This is the parlor where they milk all the fresh cows that just had calves, or all sick cows. Israel's milking. They milk these only twice a day, in the morning and then at night. Okay, we're in one of the holding barns here. There's a couple hundred in here. The cows, after they're done milking, they come back to their pen, eat a little bit. And cows are kept in the herd for about 4 to 5 years, and they're shipped on. So yeah, this is their life. Pretty exciting. All dairy cows, as you can see, poop about 40 to 80 pounds of crap a day. So you think about that, times 700 cows, that kind of adds up. And the lagoon holds about 5 million gallons. So after the manure's gone into the lagoon, the guys will come and run long hoses and inject this manure back into the fields, which is used for fertilizer to fertilize the corn and soybeans and wheat and everything that you eat on a daily basis. So kind of appetizing that this will go back into your system. And there's a good shot of it. Get a little closer, I think. Okay, we're here in the break room at Dusty Willow. Currently, there's about 17 full-time employees, all of them being Hispanic. Okay, now I'm going to talk to part owner Cameron Swenson, and he's going to talk about the heat detectors that we saw.
The colors that you saw on the cows are a activity and rumination monitor. There's a microphone that you saw high on the left side of their neck, and it actually measures how many minutes they spend ruminating a day. and then it also measures activity. And we use that for all of our heat detection. We do all of our breeding off that system. And we also use it for almost all of our health work. Any drop in rumination shows up when there's a health problem, and it shows up sooner than the drop in milk production would. And then if there's a spike in activity and a drop in rumination at the same time, that's a heat. So we do all of our breeding off that now. And I'll give you an example of a report. This is cows in heat. As of right now, that have shown a heat, and then we can select one and look at her actual graph. So there you can see the big spike in activity, and that's a heat. So then it'll actually give you a recommendation for a time of breeding as well.
So the vets can use this to look every day and see what they need to do for the day and go breed those cows.
Yeah, it'll do an automatic report every morning of a list of cows that showed a heat that need to be bred, and then it'll do a report as well of anything that needs a health check. And our Pamela, our main herd health manager, she actually gets that texted to her phone every morning before she comes, so when she comes she knows exactly which cows to check.
Okay, I'm here with Cameron in the feeding tractor, and here they use a lot of new technology to keep track of feed, and they can use a lot of precision to figure out what goes into the mixer that goes to all the cows. So I'm going to have him talk a little bit about how it works and how they can use it to make the farm more efficient.
Okay, this is a system called Feed Supervisor, and we just added this last spring. And this is a touchscreen tablet in the tractor, and then it's linked to the scale on the mixer. And it keeps track of an exact weight of everything that goes in, and it knows what it is. And then when it gets within Wi-Fi range of the main computer in the office, it just transfers all that. So every day you can have a very accurate picture of what went in and how close it was to the target weights and who got fed what and at what time and everything you need to know. I give an example. If I was going to mix a ration here, I'll just pick one. Here's all of our pens, and these are the weights that they would get. So if I was just going to mix, I'll mix a high lactation ration, I'll add that weight, begin mixing, and then it tells me every ingredient and how much it goes in. And it'll keep track of all this and transfer it to the computer, and it'll update the inventory is all in the computer as well. It'll automatically update that.
So how many pounds of feed does one day go through?
Like a high lactation cows eat like 100 to 105 pounds a day. So we'd feed about 125 to 130,000 pounds a day.
And how long does it take one guy to feed all the cows?
About 6.5, 7 hours if you want a lunch break.
And 8 loads?
7 loads.
Okay, now we're in the calf barn where all the calves are brought over. A couple days after they're born, they'll bring them from the dairy over here and kept. And all the steers are kept till they're about 700 pounds, and then they're sold. And all the heifer calves are kept up through milking in the dairy till they're culled.
Well, they always get them in the winter, and I guess they haven't gotten out of the habit yet. It's like totally healthy, but when it's a baby, it's just tiny. It's so funny.
Thanks to Katrina,